Good evening. Hello, good evening. So let me check whether I'm audible. Hope I'm audible and visible. So very good evening, and I hope all of you are in the best of your health, safe, sound, and healthy. Welcome to Let's Crack CBSE Science. Today we'll be looking into another interesting topic that would help you how to set up a study room. So I hope the Uh, topic is no more a mystery because the title is already listed in the video. We'll just wait for one more minute and then we'll pitch in. Yes, it's time. So let's begin. So very good evening. So welcome all of you to Let's Crack CBSE Science. So this would help you to crack all the 11th science examination and 12th science board examination with Unacademy, wherein you can crack all the examinations with the help of classes from the top educators, assured quality content, and of course a variety and a great learning experience. So before moving on to the class, let me give you a self-introduction. Hello, I'm Shalini. I'm a BTech and MTech holder in computer science and engineering, a teacher by profession with over 14 years of teaching experience. With Unacademy, I'm excited to provide an inspiring learning experience to all the students via this online platform. A few words about Unacademy before pitching in. So, as you all know, Unacademy is and has grown out to be India's largest e-learning platform. So, to get access to the resources of Unacademy, in the sense, the access to the unlimited live and recorded courses offered from the best educators all over India, all you need to do is get a plus subscription. Okay. So, Unacademy has grown out to be the India's largest e-learning platform, not for the reason of just the pandemic situation, but also for the reason it provides courses for a CBSE school-going student to an aspirant who's preparing for the competitive examination. So, introducing the iconic subscription. So, the iconic subscription, which will take your CBSE preparation to a different level, that is the next level, with the help of your personal mentor. So once you avail or take up an iconic subscription, you would enjoy all the features of plus subscription, plus you would have a personal mentor devoted only to you. Now, wherein you would get a one-to-one guidance from the top experts who would be acting as your personal mentor. Now, he or she would help you to align a proper learning strategy and also resolve all the concerns with respect to your academics. And there would be a parent connect wherein you would have regular open hours for the parents to discuss the learner's performance with the mentor, as well as also receive something like a progress report, that is a weekly performance report from the mentor. Okay, apart from that, there is a live doubt solution session wherein you can attend the exclusive doubt solving classes to solve all your subject doubts. And you get a customized study plan based on each of the student, and this would help you to track your progress. Now, I told you the iconic subscription comes like a package wherein you will have the features of plus subscription also. So in the plus subscription, you get access to the daily live classes wherein you get opportunity to chat with the educator, engage in discussions, ask your doubts and answer via polls. Now all the facility while the live class is going on. Now all the courses here are well structured and they are in line with your current examination syllabus. So this would help you to prepare for the examination better. Okay. And apart from that, there are live tests and quizzes which would help you and evaluate your preparation and gives you a proper analysis, detailed analysis of how well you are getting prepared for the forthcoming examination. So once you get a subscription, you get unlimited access to the resources. As I mentioned, you get access to live as well as recorded versions now, which can be viewed at the comfort of your time as well as the device. Okay. So this is the Unacademy Learning app that you need to download from the Play Store and install in your smartphones. I repeat, it is the Unacademy Learning app that has to be downloaded and installed in your smartphones. And once you download and install it and open the app, you have to select the goal. Goal in the sense, see for which examination that you are preparing for. So if you are a class 12 student, your goal would be CBSE class 12. Okay, so similarly, you can choose your corresponding goal and get a subscription based on your choice. Okay, there are different subscription plans. Apart from that, there is a Telegram channel too. Okay. Now, these are the detailed description about the subscription fee. Now, this slide would give you a description on the class 12 subscription fee for the plus subscription. So the different plans here are ranging from a 3-month plan to a year plan, wherein across each of the plan are listed the subscription fee for the plans also. So once you use my referral code or my promo code SLYT, you get a 10% discount on the plus subscription fee. That is, the 3-month subscription gets reduced to 5,850. Now, similarly, you would get a reduction in all the below plans also. Now, these are the detailed description with respect to the iconic subscription, wherein you have two plans ranging from a half yearly as well as a full year subscription, wherein the half year plan would cost you around 17,000 and a full year subscription 28,000. But here again, the attractive offer follows. If you are availing the promo code SLYT, you get a 10% discount on the iconic subscription also. Yes, Divyanshu, very good evening and welcome to the class. So if you're using this code, as I told you, you would be getting a 10% discount on the subscription fee. So that's all regarding the Unacademy. And so let's pitch in. So as I told you, today we'll be discussing an interesting topic away from syllabus. So as the title suggests, it is how to set up a study room. Okay. So this is what we'll be discussing today. So a very short session. The first thing that you need to do, see what exactly comes to your mind. Yes, right now for today, yes. Otherwise, I'm handling the class 12th computer science. So I'm in the channel Let's Crack CBSE Science. I'm handling the class 12th computer science. Okay, Divyanshu? Okay, yes, moving on to our class. See, what exactly comes to your mind when you hear a study room? Do you have the perfect dimension for a study room, say this much length and this much breadth? So this is the idea of a study room. So you really need to think. I would say there is no particular dimension for setting up a study room. Actually, what you need to do is you need to find the right space for setting up your study table, all your materials, a very calm environment wherein you can sit and study with full concentration. So this exactly would be a definition. Yes, good evening, Suraj. And good evening, Ritik. Yes, a desk and books, very good. Yes, Suraj. Yes, but not only the desk and books, but also little more items that you need at the time of your study. Because when you have all the things ready on your table or in your study space, you're not going to get up from the table, and this distractions is not going to happen with you. Okay. So yes, Divyanshu, you have taken your optional subject Hindi. Yes, I'm from the south, and this is why the language stream that I've chosen is English. Okay, Divyanshu. So, getting back to our topic. So, the first thing, discover and create. Okay. So, you need to discover the right space from your home wherein you can devote a place wherein you can sit, relax, read with full concentration. Right. So, you're actually creating a real good ambience for studying after discovering the right space for setting up your study table. So this is the first thing that you have to do. So finding and setting up a space for yourself, right? So it should be like a automatic switch wherein when you come and sit in the table and switch on the lamp, you should automatically get into the mood of learning, right? And then when you're moving out, it is like you're taking a break, okay? And then you come back and take your seat on the table with all your things ready. It should be like a study time, right? So you need to exercise your brain so that things happen this way. So first thing, discover it yourself. So you needed to find out which is the right space for you in the house, right? So in my house, I have a definite place for setting up my table as well as my books, but may not be the same space would be suiting each one of you. So each one is an individual, and definitely you will have to choose it, discover it for yourself. And once you discover the right space, the next thing that you need to do is create and craft the perfect environment. Now, what exactly is creating the perfect environment? Did you mean by putting all illumination and decorating the room? Is that so what you mean by setting up the perfect environment? If you have guessed that, I would say it is no. So you need to find the right place and position for your study table. Okay. So there is no perfect dimension for your study table too, but it should be, the table should be the long and it should have enough height, and you should have enough space on the table or arrangement wherein you can fix all the necessary items that you want at the time of study, ranging from your books to anything else. Okay, what all you need at the time of study. Okay, so let's get back to how to fix a study table. Now, once you find the right place or position for keeping your study table, the first thing, how many of you would sit on the bed and learn? I think I should be the first one to lift my hands up. When I was a student, the best place that I would choose for studying was definitely in the bed, then in the living room, okay, even my dining room, in the dining table. So these were all the places, right? So actually, the main purpose of these places got defeated because I was carrying my books along with me at all these places, right? Then I understood that after 10 minutes of study, if I'm in the bed, naturally I'll go to sleep. Fine, a cozy sleep. And the sleep and the break would go for a longer time than my studying time. When it was in the living area, it was like you have every people moving around. You have the TV in the living area. You have everybody talking. So many distractions. It is actually lack of concentration for my studies, but usually more concentration for whatever is happening around me. Okay. And it happened like that. Fine. But See, actually, I discovered all this when I got into teaching, wherein I had to really learn and then approach a class with proper strategy. In that place, in that case, it was a right time when I found out a perfect space for myself, wherein the space was devoted. See, whenever I entered the space, it was like a me time for reading, okay, or studying. So it was like that how I developed it. Yes, Tushar, very good evening and welcome to the class. Fine. So when you set up your study table, the first thing that you need to notice, definitely it should be, you should turn your back to the bed. Okay. See, as you see the bed, it will be like you will crave for sleeping. So it should be either facing a blank wall, or I would say, even if it is near the window, also it's okay. Because near the window means it's always lit during the daytime. You needn't have to have a special lighting on the table. If you're facing a blank wall also, it is okay because no other distractions is going to happen to you then. Okay. So fixing the right place and position for your study table. Now, what exactly is the next thing? Ensure the proper lighting. Okay. So as I told you, if you're placing your table near the window, it is okay because it was naturally lit during the daytime. But I would certainly tell you that you need a proper lighting on the study table and in your study space. So this would this would reduce the stress on your eyes. Okay, it would remove the eye strain and stress, and also this would help you to focus better. So for this reason, I would definitely suggest you have a proper study lamp. Okay, if you do not have a proper lighting just above the table, I would definitely suggest you can go for a study lamp. Okay, so this would be like whenever you are sitting on the table with your chair and all your study materials on the table and your study lamp on. Yes, now you are exercising yourself and teaching your brain that yes, it is the study time. I have sit here for study. Okay. Now the study can go up to say around 20 to 30 minutes. Now this duration depends on each individual. The moment you feel that you are getting distracted, what you need to do is just take a break. And remember, the break is not going to be again for a 30 minutes. It should be a smaller break so that you would get relaxed and then you can come back, sit here, and then continue with your studies. Okay. So these are the things that you have to mainly keep in mind with respect to the study table and the lighting. Okay. Now, on the study table, what are the things that you need? You need to make sure that your study space has everything that you need near you. See, like ranging from your books, all the necessary books, fine. Then the pen stand, not just the stand, but definitely you need all the pens, required pens, papers, eraser, sharpener, scale, whatever it is, like the geometry box, fine. Then you should have the calculator, even the water bottle. Okay, so every now and then you might go thirsty. So if you get up from this place, actually you're creating a distraction to your mind. Fine. So you needn't want to create that. In that case, you definitely should have even the water bottle on your table, a diary, a calendar, etc. Okay. Now, when you have all these things in your study space, what is the next thing that you need to keep in mind is everything should be tidy and organized. So, frankly speaking, myself not being a very organized person, so whenever I come and sit here, the first thing I do is take 5 minutes to organize things and then get to learning. So, every time when things are organized and when you have a space for getting into learning, so this itself is creating a good ambience for you for the right study time. Okay. So, the next thing is create a to do list. Okay. Now, what is a to do list? Or sticky notes. Now, this would actually give a prioritization for your activities during the study time. So, suppose you have taken a subject, say computer science for learning today, right? So, in that case, which is a portion that you're going to do, or how much portion are you going to learn today? Is it a fact that you're going to learn, or is it a concept that you're going to learn, or how you're going to learn? Now, all these things you can have sticky notes and you can note it down. Either you can have a notice board wherein you can stick all these sticky notes, or you can have a planner wherein you would be writing all the to do activities, and make sure that you stick onto it. Okay. Now, if you try to postpone it even at least by one day, what happens is it gets postponed every day. So make it a practice that it is actually really hard for you to get it into practice in just one day. It will take time, but once it is into practice, it will be a habit for you. Automatically, you will start, following it. Okay. So the next thing, power of smile. Now, this is something that I have already told in my previous session on healthy mind and how to be a happy student. Now, see, the first thing when you come and sit on your table, make it a practice that you smile in the beginning and then get to learning. See, as I told you, even if you cannot smile, please forcefully paste a smile on your face, because smile is not just a curved line that can set everything straight, but as I told you, it is also the most easiest exercise that can relax all your facial muscles at least for a second. So make it a point that you actually smile before getting into the actual job of learning. Okay. And the next thing, remove all distractions. Now, this is going to be really difficult for all of us, but at the time that we have devoted for study time, I would really recommend if you could put all your smartphones into flight mode or something and then keep aside, so that all these things are not going to distract you. Fine. So remove all the distractions. Now, prior to that, I had already told you the power of smile, right? So, the first thing that you need to do is actually removing all the distractions. Like, I would say mobile phone would be your first distraction. The second distraction can be anything that is happening around you, right? So this is why we stick on to say finding the best place, so that you will be away from all the distractions. Maybe a place, a cozy and a calm environment wherein you would be away from all the distractions, all the unnecessary noises in your house, and so that you have a perfect environment for concentration. Okay. Now, next is training yourself to study while seated there. Now, how do you do that? Is, as I told you, if you have a common lighting system just above the table, or if you have a study lamp, what you need to do or practice is make sure that when you're sitting with the proper lighting, or switch on the light and get to learning. And once you find that, yes, you're done, you're enough, and you need to take a break, there is no harm in taking a break. Because taking a break will actually relieve you from all the stress that you had been for a couple of minutes before, right? The break of even a 2 minutes or a 3 minutes can do wonders, right? This is a reason why even in schools or in colleges you are given breaks after every hour, or say after 2 hours, right? You do not have a class for a continuous 5 to 6 or say 8 hours continuously. You definitely have short breaks, right? At least by 1 minute, ranging from 1 minute, maybe a tea snack break for a ranging to around 10 minutes, and you would even have a lengthy lunch breaks in some schools, say around 45 minutes, in some colleges around 1 hour. You would have a lunch break. Now, why exactly is the breaks given? This is actually to give you a relief for what the brain has been continuously working. The brain is on a continuous work when you're listening and learning, right? So you definitely need to take a break. So taking a break doesn't mean that you're having long hours of sleep. It can be like you're just walking from the table. Maybe you're looking out of the window. Maybe you're enjoying the nature. Maybe you're calling up a friend, or maybe you are taking up a book or something like that. You're going and talking to somebody and then coming back. But make sure that when you come back and sit, place your seat on the study table, you switch on your light and then get back to learning. See, when you take a break and then when you come back, actually the next 25 minutes is definitely going to the next 25 minutes is definitely going to give you a little concentration. Okay. So what happens whenever you are doing this strategically? Now this will become a habit automatically. So whenever you come and sit here, see, the brain will understand that yes, this is the time for studying. And when you get up from the place, it is like yes, you are going to take a break. Okay. So this will become a habit automatically. You cannot build all this in one day, but actually in due course of time, things can be brought about, if not a full change, but at least a small change, right? So how to build, so these are all the tips to build a productive study space and cultivate active learning. Now, I would also suggest you have a proper, as I have mentioned, the importance of yoga and meditation. So this would, which would help you to focus and concentrate on your work. So be it whatever, even if you are a student or if even if you are an employee, see, doing breathing exercises, doing yoga, and definitely meditation will help you far lot. I am personally speaking from my experience, and definitely what we call by exercise. Okay. Now the exercise can be a physical exercise, maybe the yoga asanas or breathing exercise. See, all these things, they're actually giving vital nutrients to the brain. Okay. So, all these things, not just by the intake of food, but the other cases also. Now, when they're giving the vital, such vital nutrients that are actually triggering your brain, see, whenever you're gifting something to somebody, definitely you will get something back, right? So, how the brain repays you back would be definitely through a proper concentration and a greater focus, right? So, a proper concentration, greater focus. Now, this would naturally bring your study space to a productive environment, and this would actually cultivate an active learning here. Okay. See, I told you each one of you or each individual, each one of you is an individual, right? And each one of you have your individual means of learning. See, some would prefer to learn alone, and you wouldn't like studying in a group. But there are a few who would love doing combined study because this is the only strategy that would work on them. But if you ask me what my opinion, see, in my case, I need both. The way I do is I first learn in a group, that is like a combined study, and later on, 2 or 3 days prior to the exam, I need to revise this. But when I do the revision, I want to do it alone. I cannot do it in a group. So each one of you would have a definite learning strategy. So what I would suggest is all of you to go back and find out the learning strategy that would best suit you and then practice it. Only such practices can bring about a productive study environment. Okay. And then also cultivate an active learning. Right. See, in the primary schools, when we were learning, the only method of learning what we knew was memorizing, repeated reading, or repeated speaking of the, repeatedly uttering the same concept again and again. So this is how we by-hearted some facts, right? And this is how it was through memorizing that we learned. But as we grew, in due course of time, as we grew, we knew that it is not just memorizing. You need to understand the concept. See, whenever you're things that you're doing practically in the lab, those things would retain in your mind for a longer time than the theory concept or the facts that you learn. Right. So, similarly, what you need to do is cultivate an active learning. Now, how to do that is, I told you, you need to find out the best method which would make you understand things, and when you find that the things can be retained in your brain for a longer time. So such strategies has to be practiced for each of the concept that you learn. See, once you practice all these things, definitely this is going to build a productive study environment and also trigger active learning. So happy learning to all my students. So with this note, we are winding up today's session. So I hope at least one point that I have suggested today is going to give you bring light to all my students. So before winding up today's session, do you have any comments? You can definitely post it in the live chat. Maybe the way that you are practicing or a better idea. Okay. So before bidding good night, let me remind you of my promo code SLYT, which would help you in getting a 10% discount on the iconic as well as the plus subscription of Unacademy. So, with this note, we are winding up today's session. Thank you all for attending and hoping to meet all of you in my next session too. Okay, then, thank you.